everybody, and welcome to Cemetery Mary. I literally just went on Steam and was looking through the free games, looking for something I could play with one hand, because baby boy be sleeping. But I'd really like to use this time to record. So we're gonna play this game. And anything traumatic you can think of to be wary of, you should be wary of. It seems like they checked all the boxes. I thought it looked really cute and interesting, but it's also about a serial killer, so there's that. Look at her, she's cute. That's cute. It's free on Steam. Ignore my hair, it's not done. Fuck you. Don't look at it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all those out because I don't want my video to get suppressed. Sorry. Granted, I did just say the F word, so that's probably gonna happen anyway, right? I have my microphone in my lap, by the way. So if it sounds fucking not great, I'm sorry. It's just I'm leaning back a little bit in my chair, so there's nowhere for me to put it. That won't get in the way. Also, ignore the mess. I have a brand new kitten, okay? I'm busy. Look at this. I have to hold him 20 hours a day. I've never been to a funeral that I didn't enjoy. Oh? Oh. Okay. Haha. That is until very recently. And I wasn't quite sure how to feel. It was a beautiful service, and one they certainly deserved. If only it had come later in their lifetime, and maybe it could have been prevented. If there wasn't a murderer in my city. That's what everyone's been saying anyways. The Blackwood Butcher. Oh. That's what they call them, at least. It was not hard to overhear the rumors people said about them. I heard they strike at night. I heard they only target one person at a time and don't stop until they're dead. Oof. I heard it's a ghost, blindly seeking revenge. I didn't believe any of that. At least, not at first. But my parents did. And because of that, they didn't like me going off to the cemetery alone. Staying until it closed. Walking home by myself in the dark. Even though it was only across the street, these rumors had made them afraid for my safety. Do you really believe they're real? I asked my father. I do, he answered. Are you really worried for me? My mother did not say anything, but that is to be expected. They thought I was a perfect target. But I still didn't believe in it. Still, they were worried about me, so they sent me off to live with my aunt, uncle, and cousin. They didn't live far, at least not anymore. They moved from their fancy home in gorgeous Helene City to a small little cabin in the woods. I never understood why, but I've never really asked about it either. My parents felt I would be safer with them. I didn't want to leave, but every day I stayed only seemed to stress them out more. So I went, to make them feel better. For the first few weeks, everything was fine. I barely left the house, barely went to town anymore. And when I did, I was always with someone, taking all precautions to avoid becoming a victim of the butcher. But I still think it was only a rumor. Even if the number of deaths in our community increased, I never thought that I or someone I knew would be a victim. Then that thing happened. To those two. And for the first time, I was worried. Shortly after that, my own parents disappeared. They weren't in the diner, nor could I contact them. Even the authorities couldn't figure it out. No one had seen them. It was as if they had suddenly vanished. As if they were killed off. I don't like to think about that possibility. Actually, well, there was also that other thing that's happened. Maybe I should have told the authorities about it. Or anyone, for that matter. But I was too afraid what might happen if I did. Your parents are safe. Oh, is this Mama to Papa? Mom and Dad? Sure. Oh, interesting. That seems loud, though. Character blips. Yeah, let's turn that down. Oh, Stretch. Look at his little footers. My shirt's also pulled up in a weird way because earlier he saw my cleavage and was like, murder? Return. Okay. Oh, look at her. She's cute. What a interesting on her knees. It makes her look like a doll. I knew I'd fall asleep if I sat down. Is it raining outside? It wasn't supposed to rain today. The light's on outside. Is Groven out there? I better go check. Who's Groven? A friend? Cousin? Okay, so there is like a good end. Oh, that's cute. And I really hope we can get that. What are you doing out here? It's raining. You're out here. Where's Aunt and Uncle? Groven, I finished dinner. Come inside. What are you doing out here? It's raining. I can see that it's raining, Mary. You're out here. Where's Aunt and Uncle? Quit it, Mary. How many times do I have to tell you? They went to hell. Groven, I finished dinner. Come inside. It's spaghetti. I used your favorite sauce, too. Okay, I'll be inside in a second. Just let me put this out. Little cigarette smoker, little nasty cigarette smoker, little nasty. All the food is cold. I know, I fell asleep after I made it, so I just wanted to take a seat in the living room, but it's fine. I'm not complaining. Other than that, we didn't say much, and dinner was quiet. I cleaned up most of it, but Groven helped a bit. After that, he went to go sit in the living room. Once I finished cleaning the kitchen up, I joined him, like usual. Normally after dinner, when Groven and I sit here together, we do something fun. So this must be Groven's parents? This guy looks like a vampire. We play a game on our phones together, or we get out a board game, or we play cards. Talk about our days if something exciting happened. Aw, he seems like a sweet cousin. But that's when Aunt and Uncle were still. Groven's been in a pretty bad mood since. It's not as if I can blame him. I want to talk to him, but I don't really know if he's much in the mood to talk. What should I do? Talk to him? There's so many options, I'm not going to be able to save between every one of them. Attempt conversation. Crow, do you want to talk about it? There's nothing to talk about. I've still got my old therapist's number, you know. Griffin? Ain't there a reason she was your old one? I know. But she was good at this kind of stuff. And I've been thinking that maybe... Shut up, Mary. Just shut up already. Can't I be bitter over it? Why are you trying so hard to rush me into therapy, huh? Thought you knew about this shit better than anyone, but here you are. I'm not gonna stop being upset just because you miss me being all happy, smiley, and shit. Can't you just stop trying to fucking talk to me about it? I'll get over it when I get over it. Maybe get your own life, and then you'll stop worrying so much over mine. Sorry. I think I ended up making Groven more agitated trying to talk to him. Oh well. Oh well. After a few more moments of awkward sitting, I went upstairs and headed to my bedroom. I didn't want to make Groven angrier than I already had. I brushed my teeth and got changed into my pajamas. I stretched out on what you could consider my bed. The room I have in the cabin is nice. It's not like my room back in my actual home, but I've stayed here so long, I've been able to decorate it a bit more to my liking. It's a pleasant room to stay in, even if it's not quite home. Of course, I don't normally sleep right away. I usually read a book or watch a movie on my laptop, or lie awake thinking of every embarrassing thing that's happened in my life. But, as of recent, I've picked up a different nighttime ritual. One that's nowhere near as pleasant. Uh-oh. The text message I had received the days following my parents' disappearance. It was from a number I didn't recognize. Your parents are safe, it had said. I know I should have done something smart. I should have told somebody. But instead, I texted the number back, and they responded to me. I've noticed that, other than the first message, they don't usually reach out to me. It's me who keeps texting them, hoping to find out what's happening behind all this. Are you still awake? I'm awake whenever you want to talk. Are my parents still alright? Yes. I'm keeping a careful eye on them. How can I be sure you even have them? What if you're just trying to prank me? Why would I do that? Because I'm hoping it's a prank? I'm sorry, it isn't a prank. I can promise that it's all real. How'd you even get my number? Your parents gave it to me. Why would they do that? Because they care about you. You must be lying to me. My parents wouldn't do something like that. I'm sorry you don't know your parents as well as you think you do. What does that mean? Seriously, you freak me out. I just want my parents back. Please don't drag this out. I just want them back home. You should get some rest. It's late, isn't it? I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't like to text for too long. Until then, goodbye. Goodbye. They suggested that I get some rest, but how do they expect me to do that? I've never felt more restless in my life, even asleep. I knew I wouldn't rest. That's rough. That's rough, bud. When I woke up the next morning, Griffin had already left for the day, but that wasn't a surprise. He'd been staying out late and leaving super early ever since the incident. I think being home bothers him. I'm not surprised. Whenever I pass the diner, I too feel like not being there. It's not the same without Mom and Dad, after all. Despite this cabin being out in the middle of the woods, it really isn't all that hard to get back to Blackwood. Outside of our cabin is a faint dirt trail. It gets a bit twisty at some parts, but isn't too confusing. It takes about 15 minutes to walk down, but maybe 10 if you're fast. At the end of the trail, there's a fence, one with a slight gap in it, and past that fence there's a little community. It isn't big. A few trailers with a few people living all the way out here, far from anything that's, well, anything. But there's a road here and a bus that comes through. It runs through Blackwood, so whenever we need to leave, we take this bus. And then, after the end of a short trip, you're in Blackwood. It's the city I grew up in, and I always really loved it. There's the library and the local stores, but my most favorite place to be is the Blackwood Cemetery. It's got lots of trees to read under and the prettiest headstones I've ever seen. There's a mausoleum, too. Though, I've never been inside. Private mausoleum, you know. I don't know who it belongs to. Anyways, I try to leave flowers when I visit, at least every so often. I feel like the mausoleum's gonna be important, like we're gonna have to go in there eventually. We'll find something. Oh, his paw is in my shirt. It's like, he's like hugging it. Aw. He's twitching. Such a baby. I always try to leave flowers when I visit, at least every so often. Right. And I visit a lot. I like to think it helps them, you know, not feel lonely. Aw, that's pretty sweet. And then, after having spent my day in Blackwood, I come back home the same way I left. But I always make sure no one sees the way I come back home. Just in case, you know? I love the art style. It's so unique and pretty. Despite the recent events, I too leave the cabin more than ever now. Griffin is rarely home, and I don't like being here alone. I know I'm just being paranoid, but I don't like the thought that maybe the butcher could find me out here all alone, even if that's the whole reason I'm here in the first place. So, I go out a lot now. I feel more comfortable surrounded by lots of people. Despite how things may seem, I always prefer to be around people anyways. There's one reason I like to go to the cemetery so often. There's always people there, even if you can't see them. Oh, interesting take on that. Oh, cool. We didn't get to see this, like, sunset detail when it was dark, but also the suit is My brain keeps saying pastel. That's certainly not it. It's, not clear. I wasn't gonna say clear, but that's good enough. Like you could see through. That's really interesting. Okay. After I got out of bed, I made myself a small breakfast and got changed into my favorite outfit. Griffin's gone, and the bus I take out into town should be arriving any minute now. Where should I go today? Let's go to the library. I decided to go to the library. There's nothing quite like a good book. My favorite kind of books are mysteries, not necessarily murder mysteries, but mysteries in general. In fact, I kind of prefer it when the mysteries don't involve anyone dying. There's a lot less tension there, you know? But maybe I'm just too soft. I also quite enjoy manga, especially the shoujo kind. I feel almost embarrassed to like them, but I feel that they're cute and nice. And I like seeing characters fall in love. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, shoujo. Maybe that's what I'll try to find at the library today. Have y'all read, is it Lore Olympus or Love Olympus? I always forget. But it's on Webtoon about Persephone. I love that one. So sweet. So cute. 10 out of 10. Maybe that's what... it's not Japanese, I don't believe, but it would for sure fit in a shoujo category. 110%. Maybe that's what I'll try to find at the library today. I stepped into the library and began to make my way over to my favorite spot. A tucked away corner in the library, right by a single window. Aww, that sounds cozy. Sometimes I'd spend an entire day in the corner, just reading. I even managed to finish entire books without leaving the library. I look forward to doing something like that again today, but... Who's this? When I got to my favorite spot, I noticed a man was already sitting there. I was surprised because usually this library was pretty empty. But this man, he's familiar. I've met him before. Oh, your eyes are yellow. That's sussy. I mean, theirs are red. Hers are red. So, I guess it's not that sassy, but... Sassy. Oh, my apologies. Did I take your seat? Oh, it's you. Mary. Marianta, yeah? Ah, that's right. I remember you. From the funeral, right? Indeed. Do you remember my name? Reginald? That's right. It's a pleasure to see you here. I was hoping I'd run into you again one day. Oh? I hope that doesn't come off as weird. You were just a pleasant person to be around. You really brought life into that funeral. Oh, really? Yeah, that's weird, dude. Thank you, I think. So what brings you to the library today? Oh, well, I didn't really have plans, so I thought I'd just check out a book or something. Likewise. What kind of book were you interested in checking out? Be honest. Ah, look at the little blushes. I'm actually here to look for a shoujo manga. A shoujo manga? What's that? Oh, it's like... Do you know what a manga is? I have an idea, but I can't say I've ever read one myself. Well, it's like one of those, but it usually centers around a romance between the two main characters. And sometimes there's like friends or rivals. But I really like the comedy ones. Because you get cute jokes mixed into the romance. But sometimes the drama ones are really cute too. And they can get really intense. And, sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not good at explaining things. No worries, I think you did a good job. A shoujo sounds interesting. Perhaps I'll check one out myself later. I'm trying to be more open to new things after all. Anyways, what are you here to read? Me? I'm reading Manslaughter on the Disorient Locomotive. Ah, yes. The old Manslaughter on the Disorient Locomotive by Christy Agatha, huh? Oh, I've been meaning to read that one too. Do you want it then? What? Oh, no, that's okay. Please, take your time. Just, if you wouldn't mind, would you tell me when you're done with it? You know, so I can maybe read it after? I'm fine with that. Though I've already gotten pretty far in. I don't think I'll be finished by today. You have a cell phone, yes? Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. Would it be alright if I have your number? By the way, I can notify you as soon as I'm finished. And well, I'd like to try and be friends too, if that's alright. Oh, really? I mean, yeah, of course. Reginald and I exchanged phone numbers. I was shocked he even remembered me, but I'd considered meeting him again a pleasant surprise, and one I really appreciated. After our exchange, I picked out a shoujo book from one of the shelves and began to read in one of the other spots in the library. I ended up liking it so much I looked for other books and bought 2 or 3 home with me to read later. Sorry, I don't know why I feel like I'm out of breath. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to talking so much. Babes, that cannot be comfy. After I came home, had dinner, and cleaned the kitchen up, I began my usual nighttime routine. I got changed into pajamas, brushed my teeth, sat on my bed, and texted whoever they are. Hi, it's me again. Are you there? Yes. You're still not going to tell me anything, are you? No. Can I ask you something, even if you won't give me an honest answer anyways? Okay. Are you the Blackwood Butcher? Would I tell you if I was? Are you afraid for their safety? Of course, why wouldn't I be? I see. Why do you have them? I wouldn't put it like that. I don't own them, after all. Even if they are in my keeping for now. You're way too vague. Why'd you even contact me to begin with? Sorry, I'm just like taking a second to check out the room. It looks like a teddy bear body with a rabbit set on. What is this? This is a reference. Isn't it? This is pretty. I like this a lot. Is this a little crow? That might be a little crow. It's kind of cute. There's so many little details. This is for sure a reference, right? Anyway. I thought you'd like to know about your parents. I'm only trying my best to keep you happy. You think I'm happy? Maybe not now, but you will be. I have to go now. Goodbye. Goodbye. After another frustrating and unsettling night of text messages, I got under the covers and tried my best to sleep. It wasn't easy, and I had a lot of difficulty trying. I don't remember exactly when, but eventually I was able to fall asleep, even if not peacefully. Dad? Yes, sweetheart? Yes? Is something wrong? Mama told me that Uncle Ray died. Did she now? Are we gonna go see him? No. You don't need to worry about that. I don't. But, listen, Mary. Normally when someone passes, you hold a funeral for them, right? Yeah. The thing about funerals, though, is that they're for people who are worth remembering. Whoa. Whoa. After I got out of bed, I made myself a small breakfast and got changed into my favorite outfit. Coven's gone, and the bus I take out of town should be arriving any minute now. Where should I go today? Let's go to the cafe. I decided to go to the new cafe that opened up. Planet Dollars is a popular coffee chain, but we've never had one in this town. Oh. Definitely not Starbucks. Planet Dollars. Well, until now, that is. I've always wanted to go to one, just to try it, you know? Sure, I've always wanted to go to a Tim Hortons. But I'm American. And in the Southern America. Although, Not South America, Southern USA. I don't actually like coffee. They have other drinks, but I could still at least see what they had, right? When I got to the cafe, it was already packed. Though, since it had already been around for a few weeks, some of the hype surrounding it would have died down. But I guess not. Oh, did I read that wrong? Whatever. Still, at least it was something different from usual. As I said, I'm not particularly fond of coffee. And since I had a light breakfast anyways, I decided to treat myself with a muffin. A chocolate muffin. Because sweet foods are the best. 10 out of 10 agree. However, I found myself in a bit of a pinch when I tried to look for some place to sit down. It seems as though everyone's seats were already taken, and I really didn't want to walk and eat at the same time. Luckily, though, I was able to find an empty seat. They look like a moth. A girl around my age, with the most spectacular eyebrows, was diligently working on her laptop, with an empty seat across from her. Yeah, she looks like a heckin' moth with those eyebrows. That's awesome. I love that. I figured she must be writing an essay for college or something. Coffee shops are popular with people in college, or so I hear. Seeing as this was the only seat left, I asked her, "Excuse me, may I sit here?" She didn't verbally answer me. Rather, she glanced over at me, rolled her eyes, and nodded to the empty chair. I tried to look apologetic as I sat. Thank you. I don't want to bother her, but also at the same time, I want to know. What are you working on? Sorry, can you shut up for a second? I'm trying to concentrate. Oh, sorry. Stay quiet. She asked me to be quiet. So, you're interested in what I'm doing here? Well, yeah, I guess. You seem very focused after all. As focused as I can be. What's your name? Me? I'm Mary. Twyla, nice to meet you. Anyways, I'm working on a report. A report? Like, for school? No. Have you noticed something odd's going on in town recently? Something odd. I'm not surprised if you haven't heard about it. It's like the police are trying to dull suspicions. Or just arrest potential suspects so everyone can feel safe. Oh. Oh, are you talking about the killing rumors? The Blackwood Butcher, right? Don't say it so loud. But, yes, how did you know? Oh, well, this is a small town and nothing happens ever, so of course I know the rumors. I've been hearing the rumors for a while now. And actually, my aunt and uncle died pretty recently. They were, killed. Really? Uh-huh. That's actually pretty... How did they die? Oh, I don't know. No one really told me, but the circumstances were strange. Like, they didn't die naturally. There was definitely someone else involved. At least that's what I've been told. Uh-huh. Interesting. You know, maybe you can help me with this report. And, some other stuff. Oh, I can? Yeah. If you're okay with that, of course. Oh, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, having a killer around is bad, so if I could help, like, raise awareness or something. I mean, like, yes, I'd like to help you. Thanks. This will really put me ahead. I have to go, actually. I'm running late for something. Here, give me your phone number. I'm not entirely sure I need your help, but I'd rather have a way to contact you just in case. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Twyla and I exchanged phone numbers after she packed up her laptop and was picked up by a car outside. Come to think of it, I didn't actually see her drink any coffee or order any food. I guess maybe she finished before I got there? I don't know why she would choose such a noisy place to work, though. After spending my day looking in some nearby stores, I went home, pretty tired. I ate leftovers for dinner and yawned more than once as I got changed into pajamas. I plopped myself onto my bed and pulled out my phone, ready to continue the nightly conversation. You're there, right? Of course I am. I don't know why I keep contacting you. I guess I'm just afraid if I don't, you'll disappear or something. It's unlikely. Oh, baby. I know you won't tell me where my parents are, but can you at least tell me why you took them? No. Why not? I don't know who could be seeing these messages. Interesting. I'm not showing them to anyone. You expect me to trust that? You expect me to trust you. Fair point. I really don't see how this works. How am I supposed to trust you? How am I supposed to trust you aren't someone dangerous if you don't give me any info to go off of? Especially when I haven't heard from my parents. Goodbye, Mary. Sleep well. Bitch ass. I felt sick that night as I tried to go to sleep. I tossed and turned so many times, and yet I was still too tired to get up and try and do something else. I don't remember when, but eventually I was able to fall asleep. I didn't sleep very well, though. I totally get that, yeah. I'm not going back out there. You saw how they were looking at me. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. Maybe it's better if I don't anymore. Alright, I'm going to end the episode here because I want to. And I really gotta move. I'm so stiff from holding the mic and the cat. Anyway, thank you all for coming out and playing with me and little baby Griffin. I had a ton of fun. I hope you did too. I'm really interested to see where this goes. I really didn't want to start another visual novel, but I kind of felt like I didn't have a choice, so I'm glad we're doing this one. Of all of the ones I could have picked, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, make sure to stretch, drink some water, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next one, alright? Bye!